Hello Raiders, this is Ezron. Welcome back to the Deliana account. It is day 7 of the account. There was no update on day 6, so I'm going to make a combined update for this one. The good news is, as predicted and as expected, Deliana showed up on the account because she is a guaranteed login at 7 days. And I specifically chose not to drop all of the red potions into her that I had. So I got her to about level 50 with potions, and I've just been leveling her up as energy allows. We're going to talk about gear in a second, but we're at the point now where really she just gets whatever is available. And then the other important thing on the champion front is I finally got a copy of War Maiden. I spent a lot more energy in the Deadlands than I thought I'd have to get there, but she's kind of key to the plan I have for this account, so I stuck with it. Now the thing is here also, you'll see there's a few pieces of perception gear. I started using the forge whenever I can for this, and you get some gear that this is, on an end game account, this would be laughed at. But for this account, this is awesome gear. Hit point percentage, speed, and crit rate as a chest for War Maiden is, really incredible at this point, as well as, helmets that give good hit points and then a good combined stat shield. Like I said, I think that the forge not being available when I first went through the game, that just what you can do with the forge and the amount of gear you can get out that's that helps you get over the initial term hump is really, really incredible. So I've been leveling both War Maiden and Deliana as I do anything else, and sort of as expected, this is trivialized is maybe a strong word, made other content easier. I'm well into Brutal Campaign now. Part of this is because of Red Affinity, which stops some weak affinity issues I have with just using Kyle, and the other is, having a decreased defense and having a leech on the A1 makes a big difference. I've just been handling the sewers, as I go, going through them, getting 2 or 3 stars. I think tonight when I play, I'm going to end up, hopefully, at either Palace of Aravia or back at the Deadlands. And then I will continue to make food there. And that's, I guess, the other thing to talk about in terms of champions on the account is I did use some food to rank War Maiden up to 4 stars. She's rare, so she comes out as only 3 stars. But I think this is the only food I'm going to use on anyone other than Kyle until he is ranked up to 6 star. My plan is get Kyle to 6 star. Then I will probably do War Maiden next, just because of survivability, and I think that I'll use her so long. And then Deliana will be the 3rd on my account. And then my plan is, especially after I get her ascended, the hit point in all battles is much better than Kyle already gets. So I think she will slot into the lead on most of my accounts. Then the gear is, the idea is she gets a lot of accuracy just from her passive. So she's 20,000 hit points, just being level 60, and then add a 5-star chest, that'll bring it to close to 30,000. So I'm thinking I can get close to 40,000 HP, which would be 80 accuracy. So with only a very trivial amount of gear, you're going to end up with accuracy in the plus, 160, 170 range, working pretty easily. And then that lets me build Kyle and War Maiden and whomever else with a lot less accuracy, and then I can either build them with survivability or with damage as is appropriate to get through a lot of content. So that's my plan, even with up to clan boss. she just has a much better aura than the starter champ, so I'll use her and slot her in and get everything working that way. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take me to get Kyle ascended to 6 stars. I guess going back to food. I'm sorry for that misclick. We've got two champions ascended to 4-star level 40. One that is 4-star level 39, so he'll be 40 soon. Then I need to get 2 more champions up to level 40 and start, ascending their food. So I've got a long ways to go. I'm, probably 30% of the way there. We'll see how it goes, and that's going to be my main focus. Grind through campaign, try to get to 12-3 brutal. If I can't go to 12-3 brutal, we'll farm a lot in 9 and see what we can do. But just do everything I can to make my first 60 and increase the capability of my account that way. So the other thing to note is, now that I'm into brutal campaign, even 3-star gear at this point is basically garbage to me. You still get a little bit of it in brutal, but it's relatively easier, straightforward to get 4-star and maybe even 5-star uncommon pieces. So I'm going to blast through my account and start selling all the stuff like this. Like, there was a time when you would keep that. Like, you still might keep this just because it has speed and crit rate as substats. But early on, it's so hard to get 5-star gear that you keep whatever you can. Now that you're into brutal, it's a lot more accessible, and you can start selling some of the other items. I would expect, of this 127 that I currently have, I probably reasonably keep 30 or 40, because there's so much useless stuff that you're just in there and want to make sure you have something in case you want to put garbage gear on a champion. But now it's a lot easier that we've been into brutal campaign. I think the only other topic to cover about champions right here is about Deliana. Because she's a legendary champion, books to get all of her skills working at maximum efficiency are going to be really hard to come by. As well as getting her ascended. A rare champion to get to the first level of ascension, I think takes 2 or 3 lesser potions, and then 3 or 4 lesser arcane potions. This is going to be a lot more farming in the potion dungeons than most people would want to spend right now. But my plan is to at least get Deliana to ascended 3 times to 3 purple stars, so you can get her full skill unlocks, and then getting War Maiden done the same way. Sorry, it's 9 and 4, not 3, or sorry, 4 and 2, not 3 and 3. Getting War Maiden fully ascended at that point should really not be difficult at all. At that point, hopefully, I'll be in a good position with Kyle and his progress, that I can decide what I'm going to do next, which is probably farm a few more guaranteed champions from the campaign, and then work on mastering everyone in Minotaur's Den, so that I'll start a run in Dragon. The other thing to note is new player rewards. Jizzo is coming soon. I remember him being a complete terror early on in the arena because of his counterattack buff and his, he's a defensive champion who's hard to kill. So I think I will put some time into him. We'll see how much. I can't imagine getting him to 60 anytime soon, but I do think getting him to 50 might make him really, really helpful in a lot of other content. So I think that's my update for day 6 and day 7. Expect a regular single day update for day 8. Hopefully everyone who's gotten Deliana has had similar amounts of success and and ease in pushing through content as I have, because I think she is a pretty big game changer for an early game account, certainly much bigger than Shaman would have been, and who a lot of us started with. So drop a like and subscribe. Let me know how you think. Let me know how your account's doing. I'd like to hear from you. And this is Ezron signing off.